Alright, welcome back. So let's keep on going to the rest of the torso. One thing I'm going to do here is just holding down tab and minimouse drag it down all the way to the upper edge of the pelvis. Try that again. Okay, over here. And then I can reposition those lines to make them matching the contour of the pelvis more or less. Oops. So something like this. And then we can choose to just add edge loops here in the middle to fill in the belly parts. Now you can see I totally avoided having a loop to wrap around the belly, because again I don't really care if that part is represented with topology, but rather if the geometry can represent that part of the shape, I don't really worry if I have a topology or a loop to wrap around the area or not. Same goes for the back. Okay. Okay. But of course, there are times that people do all these using topology to represent that, and I can of course do that, and that's something I was doing before. But then I realized that that's not very necessary, and that's gonna it's gonna give you headaches in the rigging process instead of any benefits. So that's why I don't do that anymore. Let's actually go extend from here all the way across the bottom. And keep going until I connect it to the other side. Okay. And let me add some loop here down the way in the middle. Alright, so after this, then I can try to determine the loop that wraps around the bending part of the leg. Okay, the leg is bending somewhere around here. Like if you draw a line from here to here, it's not going to be on the top edge of the pelvis, but rather somewhere lower there. Okay, so you can have a loop like that going downwards. Now at some point I can choose to merge these together like this. Okay. Alright, and let's keep going backwards. And need that loop to support the bending of the leg. Again, just like how I need that loop here on the arm for the armhole, this is the same thing I'm doing the leg hole now. Okay. This can go back, and I can keep it going. So I can have this guy going this way and wrap around. Okay. Alright. And then, oh, actually this is not going to be stopping here. Let me actually go down here. I want that loop to be complete, so I'm going to have this guy also do the same thing towards the bottom. It's gonna rotate inwards like this. Okay, and those can be then connected. Okay, so you can see what I'm trying to do is a loop, right? That loop here, this entire loop goes all the way around and wrapping around the bending area that I want to go for my leg. And then again, the rest will be just filling in the part in the middle. Okay, as you can see, by using this way, it's just easier to understand, to achieve the goal. All right, let me fill that in. Kind of need more going down. Okay, and let's keep going and wrap around the belt. Okay, and here I'm also gonna have this guy go up. Now we do encounter something that I don't quite like to have, which is something called a Oh, it's still a pole, but I call that 6-edged pole because it does have 6 edge. That is too close to the pole of a cylinder. This one. That's gonna give you a weird deformation or weird shading over there. So I'm gonna avoid doing that. Okay. Here I'm gonna say, okay, you will keep going down there. Right. And I don't want that to happen. So I'm gonna redo the shape of here. So this is still gonna go there, and I need one more loop. So I'm decoupling that to 2 poles here, but I can choose to not do it over there. But I can say, how about I have it. I still want this guy to be going this way for my loop. Okay, and this can still be connected, but I can have the pole over there. So I can say this is gonna be the pole. Yeah, to do that I do need the pole to be separated out here. Well, there's no big problem over here. I think I can accept this. I have that loop, although it's not consistent all the way down, but I don't really need it to be. Again, as long as the deformation can be represented nicely, I'm not worried too much. Okay, so I'm having it here. Otherwise, I'm decoupling that and having too much length going upwards. Right? I don't want it to be strict or to be really picky on the topology, as long as it's gonna work eventually. All right. Cool. So keep going up, and I can have this guy also wrap around the top edge of the butt. Okay, I can have these guys go down. Okay, and again at some point we'll have a pole again to represent the transition from this loop to the butt area. Okay, let me add an edge loop here. Okay, so this pole is over here, and I have this pole over here. I can either choose to actually reposition that pole, so it's going to be over here, and I can delete that. Okay, so this guy gonna go in. Oh, I think I need to resync this part. So I have my pole over there. I can have my pole also go somewhere over here. So this guy can go up, and this guy can go down. Actually, yeah, so I have this pole here that's on the same loop this guy is having. Let me reposition those lines a little bit. Okay, and keep going down, and I have another pole here, and it's gonna keep going, and I have this pole over here. So you can see I'm trying to make this loop work, but it's doing a spiral shape because I have the poles over here and there and there and over there, but I don't have it connected to here, so I'm gonna delete that. This should be where it goes. Okay, I can merge these. Now you can see I have this loop over here. Okay, so this loop again is the landmark, right, for the butt. Excuse me. So I have that, and then I can just filling in the empty part in the middle, right? So what I can do is I can just go ahead and start to connect. I'm not sure like where do I connect these guys yet, but I can try something first and see if that works. Okay, so sometimes you just have to see if those the important thing is if you're getting an even number or not, but it's not gonna be a huge issue, because if it's not even, I can add the line here, and that's gonna, or a line here, and that's gonna make it even. Let's see if I can or actually now that I can add a line at the bottom or whatever, just to have one more line. But I think I have too much lines going from the top, so that's something I'm worrying about. Like, do I have enough on the bottom? Okay, so if I keep having all these guys going down, then I need more lines going down towards the bottom also. You can see the issue here, right? But that's not gonna be an issue that we cannot fix, because those guys are going down. But you can also think of these guys, you can also think of this as, let me delete all these. Oh. You can also think of these, instead of all these guys going down, you can think of this as just these guys going down, or you can even think of this as just these three going down. As you can see what I'm trying to do here. Okay, now you can see this is now just these three going down, because I make the others become the side of this circular shape. Okay, so this is always a way you can tweak these guys. Okay, now I think I can do my connection, and then add in the middle part, and then fill in the gap. Okay, and then I can smooth out this area. Alright, so topology manipulation is pretty much depending on experience, I think. So there's no easy way to make you to be able to see what I'm trying to see here, what I'm seeing here, right? So I would still encourage you to practice more if you kind of have confusions on why this is like this or whatever. But let me just have this one go for the journey here, because one of the issues I'm having is this spiral shape, and because of that, so I'm thinking how I can fix that. I may choose to just make it ends here somewhere. Okay, so it doesn't go like that anymore. But I kind of want that face, so let's see. If I have this pole over here, I will have this one more line. Does it bother me that much? Well, I think I can keep going and keep going. And at some point, I can make it choose to go inwards, because this is going to be really helpful too for the leg, because that you want the loop on the leg to be quite horizontal, and this helps you to get that. Okay, so I still have that bending part, but what's happening in the middle is also up to me to design it. Okay, so I can have this guy going downwards. Okay, and then just need to fill in this gap in the middle. I don't quite like that point over there. Okay, anyway, so let me just fill that in real quick. So I have more lines going down. Alright, so then I can smooth that out. Okay, so that's going to be the lower torso parts, and then we have a good hole now for the leg to grow out. And I think it's a good time to break this video, and moving on to the next, we're going to extend the geometry downwards to create the leg. Okay, see you next time.